Alright, war number 2 here. We're up against PYCB. And we lost our last war. So trying to get even here, 1-1, that would be nice. We really don't want to miss Masters again. Last season was the first time we had missed Masters since Season 1. And seasons in which we were trying to, pushing every war and stuff like that. So I totally just flew right through those bans there. I can't even remember who was banned, but I am taking this Captain Marvel movie here. I've got Yellow Jacket on Footloose, and then I've got 4B, Path 4B with Null and Mr. Fantastic. I'll be using Shang-Chi for those, and Shang-Chi actually for the Reed fight, along with the Yellow Jacket fight, and then Doom for my Captain Marvel fight, and the Null fight, and then we've got that Nebula on the Safeguard node. I'll be using Magneto. So I don't have any attackers that are affected by the attacker tactic. Of course, I'm going to select it. I don't think there's any reason not to, just kind of out of habit. But none of my champs are affected by power down, which is a pretty awesome tactic actually. And in the next war, War 3, I am really going to utilize that for a huge war, one of the biggest wars that I've had in 4 Loki, with my Apocalypse. So that'll be really fun to kind of talk about as we watch those fights. But okay, so Captain Marvel movie does benefit from high ground. You know, high ground isn't ideal for Doctor Doom because the high ground passives are going to accumulate faster if the defender is afflicted with a shock debuff. But also, Captain Marvel takes accelerated energy damage from Mystic champs. So, I mean, you guys are going to see she's taking like additional burst damage every time I hit her. And yeah, I mean, this is like a really fast fight. So, depending on the node, I would say that you can definitely be very comfortable taking taking Captain Marvel with Doctor Doom. We are ramping up her binary. I knock her down there, so she gets she initiates binary, which is totally fine. And you can see that she's already got 2 high ground charges. Again, it's not really a big deal. There I get clipped. It doesn't matter. I have the aura up, and I am going to throw this SP2 just to kind of end the fight. But I mean, it's just so fast. It really is really safe using Doctor Doom against her. Like I said, pretty much anywhere on the map, anywhere where you could typically use Doctor Doom, she's really gonna be toast. So this next fight is Yellow Jacket on Footloose. You guys can see I'm kind of like moderately boosted. And in fact, I would say that I'm pretty low boosted. But I am like extremely confident. Obviously that first fight that I had, I really didn't need to boost. I just didn't want to, I didn't want to get caught like making a mistake and somehow Calamity strikes and I die and then it's like, oh yeah, I didn't boost, guys. That would be a really awesome precedent for a battle group leader to set. So can't do that. But here, I do want to try to recycle SP2s in this fight. I don't want to go crazy on the attack. That happened to me last season, if you guys remember. My only death of the season, I actually overshot my second SP2 with Shang-Chi because I had a 200% and 12% skill boost on. And yeah, I went to the SP3, which really does nothing except give him additional chi or wushu strikes or chi charges or whatever. And I died. So anyway, alright, this fight is really simple. I am going to actually kind of make a mistake here. I go for the kill shot here a little premature, and look how close he is to 3 bars. Ultimately, it would have been fine if he threw that. I had some cleanses up, so I would have been able to instantly purify the power stings that his SP3 inflicts. But, just probably a little careless. This fight, I'm using Doctor Doom here. Because Null is unawakened, there will be no Living Abyss debuffs on me at the start, which is typically why Null is going to be placed here in almost every war you see him placed, on this path someplace. His signature ability actually contributes to how many Living Abyss charges he inflicts on the defender at the beginning of the fight. And obviously, if you have 3 or more debuffs on you at any point in these 2 fights here, the defender would become unblockable until you cleanse all of those. So, it's good placement. Dr. Doom, I don't think he's necessarily the best option here. He's a pretty safe option. You are going to see that I am going to get some Living Abyss debuffs on me at some point in this fight, and he'll reverse my controls and all that stuff. So it will happen. And Doom is just so tanky. It honestly doesn't matter. I think probably the best option for Null on this path is going to be Kingpin with the Hood synergy. The problem is, first of all, I don't have a Kingpin. I wanted to have a Shang-Chi take that Yellow Jacket on Footloose. Definitely the best matchup there. And then he's also perfect for the read that's on this pass. So I was like, I'll just take this. I can use Doom. It's not a big deal. I don't have a Kingpin, and then obviously you would need to have Hood to make the matchup safe. You could pretty much purify almost every one of his Living Abyss debuffs. So here you guys see that my control is reversed. I kind of got lucky there that he didn't throw his SP3. But again, even if he had, I would have come out of that with like 60% of my health. So not really a big deal anyway. So that's kind of one of those fights where you're going to get smacked around a little bit. But again, I just feel like Doom is just so safe, especially with like his unblockable SP1. You can just kind of get out of that really, really easily. And it obviously looks like I, had a really clean fight. I mean, Doom barely has any missing health, even though it was pretty messy. So I just feel really confident in that matchup, and I've been sending that matchup pretty much all season since Null came out a little bit last season. All right, so here in this fight, again, I just want to purify, get all the cleanses, then I'm going to reset. I do apply the slow. It's really just to get another Wushu strike on the board there. And then, yeah, my cleanses take care of the debuffs that he inflicts there, which is nice. And then we're just going to get to the SB2. I'm going to try to get up a couple more, or one more. No, I didn't. All right. So there you can see, I mean, I'm not even like crazy boosted right now, but I almost shot all the way up to an SP3 from my SP2. We'll just finish it with some normal hits there. But awesome commentary too. I mean, just on my A game, as you have probably come to expect if you've been watching this channel. Perfect preparation for these videos. Just really on top of things. Okay, so this is a nice, fun little dumb mistake. So I throw on a 200% thing. You guys can see there. I knew I had a mutant boost expiring. Yeah, it was not the power back boost. It was the damage boost. There is zero reason to boost, my mutant special damage with Magneto against a robot. It's just completely unnecessary. The only reason I did that was because I thought that it was expiring, and instead of checking beforehand, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. So I totally just wasted a 200% mutant power back boost, and that actually is a huge deal for me because throughout this season, it is very likely I'm going to be using Apocalypse for almost every ward that he's not banned. He's an amazing champ as is, but he's also a perfect pairing with the power down attacker tactic, and he solves a lot of tough fights that that top counters are going to be banned for, like America Chavez on node 53. I take that fight next war. He's also really, really good, kind of tailor-made for the new node 26, which has window of opportunity stun, and critically, if you block any attack, you are afflicted with a disorient debuff, which Apocalypse becomes immune to after 8 seconds, and that node also gives can't remember what it's called, but it gives the defender a fury if you're afflicted with any debuff. So if you're not taking it with Ghost, who doesn't have to block, or you're not taking it with Apocalypse, then the defender is going to have pretty elevated attack. And you know, we've seen some rank 4 Dr. Dooms, the highest block penetration champ in the game. With the window of opportunity stun, you kind of have to play him stun immune a little bit. His damage is outrageous. I also will be taking that fight in the next war with my Apocalypse. So anyway, the whole point, just first of all, to kind of buy some time through this boring Magneto versus a robot fight. But yeah, the mutant boost that I wasted is actually a huge deal to me. So really disappointed in myself. Pretty stupid that I would just assume that. But that's the war for me. Leave a like and a comment if you want. I will be posting the next war here shortly. And that is a war that I highly encourage you to watch if you like war videos. I get a lot of action there and really get to showcase the true potential of a rank 4 Apocalypse without the Cable synergy and with the new attacker tactic. And I mean, he's just incredibly impressive. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.